The Arizona Cardinals yesterday played a fantastic game against the Buffalo Bills where we unfortunately lost by 6 points. But going back at it, man, I mean, this is a team that is in Super Bowl contention. I don't know if they're going to be there. They're one of the favorites, so I mean, it's nice to know we can hang with a team like this, but it's also not nice to know that Josh Allen can literally dunk on our whole team like he's freaking prime Cam Newton or freaking Superman and score 4 touchdowns. You know, that's not nice. Definitely not a fan of that, but we are going to dissect the entire game. I'm kind of going to give you my breakdown, what I think are the positive takeaways from this, what are the negative takeaways, how we can build on this. There's a lot on both sides, and we're going to go ahead and dissect this. Let me know down in the comment section below before we do all the positives, all the negatives, and let's see if we're agreeing on any of these. First things first, I do want to say that the offensive line played absolutely phenomenal. Paris Johnson Jr. and company were freaking-tastic. Everybody was great besides one guy, and that is backup right tackle who had to slot in because Jonah Williams got injured. Kelvin Beachum. Jonah Williams going down hurt us so freaking much. It's not even funny because as soon as Beachum came into the game, he was a liability. He got manhandled on the rush where Kyler took a sack and fumbled the football. Like I said yesterday, he looked like a little boy, and I don't know the severity of it, but if Jonah Williams is out, I am not comfortable rocking with Kelvin Beachum. That just cannot happen because what I saw this game is that Kelvin Beachum, you are washed, my brother. I can't watch that happen. So if he's our starting right tackle, we're even more cooked because we're already without BJ Ojulari. We're already without Zay Jones. We're already without Darius Robinson. We're handicapped. So hopefully we actually get Jonah Williams back. It's not super serious. It did knock him out for the game. We will hear very soon what that entails and what it is. But my fingers are crossed on that one. Then another negative that we are going to harp into is that the defense literally looked like they could not stop anybody. Is there anybody out there who thought the defense played good? Like, there are selected players that you can pick and choose. Like, I think Mack Wilson had a fantastic game. He was probably one of the only star guys on this team that literally stepped up to play and made impact play after play after play. He looked fantastic in my eyes. He even had a play where he came off the edge and batted a ball, and he could have picked this off. There was a play like this very similar in training camp, and he took it to the Baja, man. He got a pick 6. So if he took that to the crib, man, I wouldn't be surprised. He makes plays like that all the time, and he looked good against the Bills. Hopefully he can keep that momentum and keep building, but the run defense was not great. And that goes for both ways. James Cook kind of had his way, but then Josh Allen, he was impossible to freaking bring down. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, like I said, and it seemed like every time he was in the back pocket, he was just comfortable. Like, I don't care if there's 4 people around me, I'm just, lower the shoulder. Like, he's doing whatever he wants. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna run through you, I'm gonna run over you, I'm gonna jump over you, I'm gonna stiff arm you. Like, just get out my way. You guys are little boys. That's how it felt. And I think we got some ball players on the defense, but the defensive line, it wasn't great. Our edge rushers were not great. I feel like our inside linebackers are solid. Our corners are like pretty shaky. I'm not gonna lie. Starling Thomas was getting picked on. Deion Coleman had this dunk on. Like I said yesterday, he kind of got boxed out, and there were a lot of plays like this. So it was not a fantastic game for Starling. And then we also have safeties that I'm comfortable with Buda Baker and Jalen Thompson. I'm not saying they played their best game, but I think they will be good throughout the season. I'm hoping our DBs get better. But from what I saw yesterday, we are a bottom 22 defense, and calling us bottom 22 is generous because we could be bottom 25. With the way we played yesterday, if we're not going to get a single stop besides that forced fumble that we had on Josh Allen, we're in trouble. Then something else I do want to touch on is that this play right here, the one that Marvin Harrison Jr. was missed on and Kyler Murray missed him because he didn't see him. I do want to talk about that because after watching the All-22, it is very apparent that, you know, Kyler Murray was under heavy duress. We all knew that. That is something that I made very clear. I thought he should have saw him, but after watching the All-22 and watching it from multiple angles, you can kind of understand why he wasn't able to see him. As you guys see, the entire line was completely shifted to the left. All the protection was to the left, and Kyler Murray's first initial read was to Greg Dortch. He's gonna hit him on this hitch right here, but that got taken away, and this play was hot, man. Kyler Murray wanted to get the ball out of his hands. It was very apparent he was sensing pressure, but although Marvin Harrison was wide open, as soon as Kyler Murray saw him, there were 2 people retreating backwards, and at that point, it was too late, so Kyler Murray did what he had to do. He escaped to the right, made a play, fired to Greg Dortch, got the first down. That was a misread on my end. I genuinely thought he had more time. I didn't really watch the All-22, didn't have all the film access, so when I watched it back, watched it from different angles, you can tell that it is a very broken play, and Kyler Murray wanted to hit Greg Dortch on the hitch, and as soon as everything broke down, I mean, Kyler Murray sensed pressure. It was hot from there, and he wanted to get the ball out of his hands. Still made a play, got the first down. It just sucks that Greg Dortch was the one to get a one-on-one shot to end the game. I mean, that's probably not the most ideal thing. Giving a 5'7" guy a shot at a one-on-one should have been called PI, but I digress. But that's probably not the most ideal thing. And at the end of the day, I genuinely think that Kyler Murray had a fantastic outing. I think he looked comfortable in the pocket. I think he was making plays with his legs. He was very evasive. Coming off an ACL tear, he didn't really miss a beat. It's just in the second half, he has to get things going quicker. I think he had like 30 passing yards in the second half. Like, that cannot happen. You can't get shut out, and I think they're going to clean that up, but Drew Petzing is also to blame for that because the play calling in the first half was tremendous. But you could tell there was a lot of reluctancy to air this thing out, which is kind of understandable because the wind conditions were freaking insane. But we have Kyler Murray, so if all things break down, I'm comfortable that he can make a play with his legs, but at the same time, I trust him to make the right read. He didn't turn the ball over besides that fumble. And that also goes to another point that is kind of negative, is that on third down situations, when it's like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2, there's so many times where you want to put the ball in the hands of your star player. Bills did it with Josh Allen. I mean, there were a couple times where the announcers were saying, okay, you need to give the ball to Josh Allen, your playmaker, and let him make a play with his legs. Let Kyler Murray do the exact same thing. I don't understand. I mean, there's a couple times where they hand the ball off, like that 3rd and 10 late down. I don't understand the handoff to James Conner. I'd rather have Kyler Murray have the ball in his hands than making a play. I get that's that hero ball kind of thing, but that is Kyler Murray. I mean, if we need it and it is a warranted situation, you call upon number one and let him make things happen. There's a couple plays that were questionable, and I think you need to let Kyler Murray do his thing, and I think Marvin Harrison does need to get more targets way more often in the game. I think everybody agrees on that. Get him involved in the game early. You don't let him just get shut out, even if it's a screen pass here and there. I know Cliff Kingsbury did this, but if he's genuinely not getting any targets, maybe a little screen, just get his hands on the ball, get him a feel for the game. Don't do it just to open up, but like if you want to get Marvin Harrison in the game, I mean, you can do a screen pass, or you can just do anything you want. Throw him the football and good things will happen. I'm not giving up on him yet. I think it is way too early. I think people are absolutely insane. I'm not giving up on him yet. I shouldn't have even said that. Like, I'm not going to give up on him at all. I think it is so stupid after 1 week in windy conditions that people are already calling Marvin Harrison a bust. Like, that is so stupid. But hey, it's okay. Things will change quickly, and when Marvin starts having good games, all the haters will come back and understand that they were absolutely wrong. So I can't wait for that. Then another thing with the Cardinals is James Conner started on fire in the first quarter. He was getting touch after touch after touch. He was a big reason we marched in the first drive of the game. He was pretty much non-existent after that first quarter. Like, I don't know where he went. We kind of abandoned the run in the second half. Like, I don't understand what we were doing. James Conner did not have a fantastic game either, but I don't know. Split carries with Trey Benson might be on the horizon because James Conner's contract ends after this year, so who knows? I mean, Trey Benson did get a workload in the second quarter, so maybe we see it. I still think James Conner deserves to be the bell back, but if we see more Trey Benson and this keeps up from James Conner in I don't even know. If we get to like week 4, 5, and James Conner still averaging under like 3.5 yards per carry, we're probably going to see a little more of Trey Benson. And two more positive things that I do want to mention is that Greg Dortch and Trey McBride both had fantastic games. They are clearly Kyler Murray's favorite targets, and I mean, going back to last season, we kind of saw that too. We just have to hope Kyler Murray can develop the connection with Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. once again. He's got to target the outside receivers. He loved to do it with Hopkins. Hopefully he can develop the trust, the connection with these two, because towards the end of the season with Michael Wilson, he kind of got that chemistry down. So hopefully with Marvin, it kind of picks up and he develops that camaraderie and that chemistry with Marv, because we're all waiting for that breakout. And the final thing that I am going to mention today as well is that we played a very clean football game, very well coached, very well disciplined, didn't commit a ton of penalties. We had 5 total, which I mean, I will walk away from every game perfectly fine with as long as they are not insanely costly. We'll live with 5. But the Arizona Cardinals have a lot of things that they do need to improve on, but there are also a lot of positives. Like I said, this was a Super Bowl team that everybody is crowning. Everyone thinks this is one of the best teams in the league. To only lose by 6 and potentially with a chance to win it if a PI is called, I think we're in pretty good position. I'm not giving up on the Cardinals yet. I think we are a fantastic football team and we are still going to shock a lot of people. Like, everything I said still holds true. We're losing a lot of guys like Jonah Williams, BJ Ojolari, Darius Robinson. We don't know when he's coming back, but I think we'll be fine. A lot of optimism from me. Hopefully we still have the optimism from you guys. With that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video, man. If you guys are new and enjoyed the channel or enjoyed today's video, man, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL related content, so if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. Like I said, man, that is all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.